Hey everyone, back for another market update. So this would be like the midweek update as today is Wednesday, January the 19th. So far this week, I've shared two setups within the Discord, both of which were kind of called on the first market update as well. Obviously, price takes a minute to get to where it needs to go. So I've shared Cad Jpy and AUD USD. Cad Jpy is running risk-free. I think we're around 40 to 50 pips in profit, but we'll cover that. And the AUD USD, as you see here, is either in profit or slightly in profit, or about to be in profit, depending on entry. I took a little bit different of an entry than what I shared with the group. But again, I'm going to cover everything down. So let's have a look at the dollar. So dollar came up at market open, tested here, broke through, has since pushed up into 95.8, retested the bottom of this range, and has since pushed down. Currently looking at this, maybe testing 95.5 and then pushing up. We're seeing a lot of price action in the lower time frames that says we might respect this 500 level and then push back up. And then from there, what I'm sort of looking for is, are we going to see the dollar push up and then break higher, or respect this and then maybe break even lower? So this really looks like it can go either way right now. I mean, it looks like it's a clear break. I honestly favor further downside into this 94.5 region I've been talking about since, you guys know, since beginning of November, middle of November. So I favor a push lower into 94.5, 94, but first I favor a bit of a push up so we can get like a double top at 61.8, 95.800, maybe even a fake out into 96, and then pull down from there. Currently for the mentorship group, we're sitting in JPY around 50 or so pips in profit with a big downside target of, let me have a look, of around 350 pips, so around a 1 to 11.5. So we've taken two trades in this pair this week, a buy which went break even, and then a second trade which is now running risk free. And we're also another trade on USD Cad, which is also running risk free with a big upside target of around 320 pips, give or take. I mean, we're obviously going to monitor it at 1.26, but right now we've reached around 40 pips in profit, and we're currently floating in profit, looking for a push up. So with quickly guys, with the mentorship program, all right, let me just share this real quick. I literally share every single entry. I share everything. I share our targets. They get a market review video every day. They get a London video at the London Open. They get a midweek review video. So they get 2 videos a day, plus they get a homework assignment every week with 1 to 2 30 to 45 minute videos breaking down the homework assignment, which is all educational content. They get 70 plus videos, 60 plus videos in the educational videos. So in your student portal, you get 60 plus videos that teach everything. Okay, it's more of a basic overview, but it is enough to get started. For anyone who is completely new to the strategy or trading, I do suggest the advanced course, but if not, you know, you can learn through here. Ideally, it's more designed that if you do the advanced course and you need help and you want to sort of trade along with me to refine your skills, that's when I suggest the mentorship program. So as you see here, I share everything, guys. Everything from risk-free to entries to targets to stop losses. It's all there, okay? So yeah, so I shared another trade on AUD USD. Let me go back to the free Discord here. So the entry I shared today on Cad Jpy was here. I shared, as per the market update, lots of rejection here plus daily pattern, 2-hour triple top at 91.8, indicating this pair should see a push lower. So go back to Cad Jpy. Where are we at? Down here. So let's have a look in the daily. So daily printed a daily M pattern at a lot of exhaustion as well at 91.800, that key level, failing to break higher. 4-hour M pattern, sort of 8-hour M pattern. Go to the 2-hour triple top, nice exhaustion here. And then the actual entry itself was really here when I updated after this 30-minute bearish engulfing. We had a bit of a fake out wick. This is because we had CAD inflation news, which again, news, guys, is just a catalyst to push price. All this really did was push up into 91.8 towards that 92 region, 91.950 before the rollover. So right now it's sitting around 40 or so pips, 30 or so pips in profit. But again, it has yet to really make its move, right? We've reached break even, which is 25 pips for this pair, and we reached around 40 pips in profit. So I'm actually looking for this to head down towards 9,600, which I explained. So this is not running risk-free. So if you aren't in this, which I know many of you are, I got a lot of screenshots and shots of your profit. Wait, guys, wait till you see your trade down here. Your profit's going to be way bigger. So the first target's around 115, 120 pips, give or take. Looking around 9,600. If we can break this level, we could actually see a bigger move down to around this 89, 890 region through here. possibly. So overall, I am expecting this, but we'll see. That could be an easy 1 to 7. Otherwise, it should be an easy 1 to 4.5-ish, give or take. So looking for a move down now. Let price do its thing. Forget about it because it's running risk-free. There's nothing you need to do at this point. AUD USD is another one that I shared. So here, 4-hour double top plus a 2-hour rejection favoring a move lower. So again, 4-hour came up respected, 0.7 to 200, 300 region, 4-hour double top. The entry I shared was after this 2-hour candle right here. I actually waited a little bit longer to sort of get in this. I actually ended up getting in at this little M pattern. It formed on the 15-minute. Let me just unlock this. So that was actually my entry, is here. I actually don't trade these pairs. I just chart them up with you guys. I don't trade this Cad JPY or AUD USD because I have trades running on correlated pairs for the mentorship. So like for example, AUD USD and Cad JPY. I have trades running on USD Cad. So I don't like to run the risk of over leveraging my account. But I do chart them up and trade them alongside you this way. That way, if they do not play out, we can see it. Otherwise, if they play out, I can also show you guys that as well. So that was my entry. Push back up into 0.7 to 300, and then that's your entry there. Otherwise, the original entry I shared was only 5 or so, not even that, 4 or 5 pips below. So stop loss just above the wick, above 0.7 to 350, 300 area, and looks good for a move lower from here. So hopefully we can get a nice move down into this pocket of price down at 0.715550 region. So hopefully we can see a nice move down from there. Risk-free target for AU is around 20-25 pips. It doesn't move very fast. So 20-25 pips is a good amount of profit to sort of remove any risk from the position. So make sure you guys do that. Now, let's say this does push down and it is a winning trade. Make sure we watch price here because it could always do this. So in that case, you could always close partials, hedge it by taking the buy, let the sell run, take partials off that we've made money, and then that way you literally can go either way in the market without any risk. Because if it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you make money. So that's what I'd be looking at here. If let's say for example this is a loss, all we're looking for is this will break and retest of this to go higher. That's it. So either way you're gonna make money. So hopefully this can have a nice move lower from this level. It does look really good. This is very textbook sort of setup. I quite like this. NZD USD, really not much movement on this pair this week. There was the big move down at the start of the week, came down, tested structure here, and have been monitoring for buy, no real buy here, and then faked out below structure. And what I'm sort of looking for now is this to really come back down, retest like this, and if we can find support, we can look for the buy. So remember how I said that you don't want the dollar to push back up? Then that should really push AU and NU down. So for example, NU should kind of do like a little dip like this and then push up from there if the dollar does in fact push up and then fall. So that could be a nice little trade. Although I wouldn't trade NU from this level. I'd wait for it to pull down, get the price action, and then look to execute if it gets pin bars, patterns, things like that. But if it does occur, I'll update you guys in the free Discord as always. Cad JPY, as I said, looking for a push down. If it comes back up, then I would assume this is going to go higher. I don't think this will come up. Based on looking at this and other correlated pairs, I do favor a big downside move on this as I covered. So make sure you guys, for right now, just let it play out. If it comes back up, we'll update. Of course, we can never fully predict the market. We can only trade off what we see. This could always push down and then reverse, and it doesn't matter if it does because we're risk-free. So if that does, I'll update you guys, and then we can just flip our bias. That's the benefit of how I trade, is we're never married to a bias. We're able to flip within an instant. For example, this morning on JPY, we were looking for buys, and then come around New York session, we flipped our bias to sells, and we caught the sell, and now we have a very big target ahead of us for 152.5. So hopefully we can see a big move down from there. But again, we might even flip our bias again depending on the price action and even take another buy from here. We'll see what we get price action wise. Same with USD Cad. We were originally looking for buys yesterday off here, and then ended up looking for sells off here yesterday, and ended up looking for buys from here. So really good. Let's have a look. So I covered NU, covered AU. AU is now pushing in the profit, which is good. Cad JPY looking good, and then last one, gold. So gold was quite messy. All right. So as I said, beginning of the week, trade the range. It ended up doing a fake out. Was looking for this morning. It never gave the retest, and then just kind of broke higher. But we can see down here, it kind of gave really obvious signs of a reversal. Nothing I personally would have executed on. I don't actually trade gold. I used to, and it moves a little fast for my liking, but again, the strategy works on it. It's about really defining what works for you as a trader, guys. A lot of people feel like they have to trade certain things, like they have to trade gold, or they have to trade silver, or they have to do US 30. Like, you don't have to do that, guys. Stop following what every other Instagrammer does, because I guarantee most of them don't even trade those pairs or those commodities or anything like that. Like, a lot of them maybe just fake it, which you can definitely do. Figure out what works for you. Like I said, I can trade gold. I can do it quite successfully. I just choose not to because it moves kind of fast. And again, I'm more of an emotional person as a trader. So the pairs that I trade, I've really learned to understand, and I know how they move, and they suit who I am as a trader. So something like gold can get a big sort of move to the downside or upside, can kind of spike my emotions a bit, and I just choose not to trade it because it just doesn't work for me as a trader. But again, I could trade it successfully. I just choose not to because, like I said, I like to trade and be within a certain state of mind when I trade, whereas gold kind of requires a lot more attention. So yeah, what I'd be looking for on this for gold, let's have a look. Pushing up, as I said, this fib from down here, 61.8%, heading towards this negative 27% at 1854, 55 region. I would like to see, right now it's kind of in no man's land. What I would like to see, honestly, is a push up into this region around here. Let's have a look. Somewhere like this, maybe. Something like this, just as a rough markup. And then from there, depending on what price does, because right now it's in no man's land. So if I was charting this, looking to trade it, I would just leave this alone and either let it pull down or let it push up into price. And then once it reaches this level, you can then look for a possible sell. If it pushes up into here, look for a possible sell off of 1850, 52 region, depending on exactly how we chart this up. At the time, I'll update if once we get more price action. But then we can also look for something like this for a move lower back in here to retest structure. And then from there, we could look for maybe a buy. Now let's flip it. Let's say price starts to pull back in respects to 1840. We can then look for a pullback into here and then look for the buy. Also, it depends on what price does. If price starts giving us a lot of price action here, we could even look for a sell from in here. Again, it needs a lot more price action at this point. So I'll keep an eye on this, and hopefully we can see some nice setups on gold coming into the later part of the week, as it is only Wednesday. And generally speaking, at least for me and the mentorship group, Wednesday, Thursday, usually Thursday, Friday are the biggest days for us. We usually secure our best entries. We usually bag the most profit on Thursday, Friday. So really, really looking forward to seeing how the market moves. We're now in the second week of the year. It is the third week of the year. And I've noticed this week, or coming into this week, there's a lot more movement. The market's really waking up for the year. I find that, January onwards is usually the best time to trade. But in my opinion, guys, every month is a good time to trade. If the market is open, I'm here to make money. That should be the view. I traded all December, and December was one of my best months for last year. And I know for a fact most traders don't trade December, which is just, it's mind-boggling. It doesn't make sense. But again, everyone's different, right? There's no 100% way to trade. It's about figuring out what works for you as a trader. That's it for now, guys. All right, I'll update you guys in the free Discord if we get any more price action. Thank you so much, guys, for the messages. And those who have joined the mentorship, super excited to have you join. Make sure you watch all the educational videos at least 2 times through to make sure you understand. Because again, my goal is to obviously let you guys profit alongside me, but also to create the skill set and the confidence for you to believe in yourself and trade on your own as a full-time trader. That way you're not just going to continuously go from course to course to course to course. This will end all that for you. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Remember to keep your risk management in check. Without risk management, everything else falls apart. Thanks, guys.